been getting ready to be the 8th game, pretty long stretch to start the season. How's everybody feel?
I think everybody, feels pretty good, but there's some little bangs from banged up injuries from some people probably, but that's part of football. That's going to happen. But as long as we stay healthy overall, I think we'll be fine.
Do you ever think about maybe Coach Cochran and also the depth maybe being helpful when you have such a long stretch?
Yeah, I do. Coach Cochran, we go in the weight room, we work out, but it's more recovery and he takes care of us in the weight room. I think it allows us to be prepared on the field when we take an impact on Saturdays.
What are your thoughts on Trevor Knight, and what do you remember from what he did in 2014? I guess 2013.
Yeah, 2013. Yeah, he's a great quarterback. I remember him having a really good game against us when he played up for Oklahoma, and just seeing him this year, I think he's having a great year. So he's a very talented quarterback. I think our defense will be ready for the challenge, but it's definitely going to be a tough challenge for us, but we'll be fine.
I know you faced him a couple of times now, but how have you seen Myles Garrett and their other defensive ends and defensive linemen improve from what you've seen on film this year?
Those guys they're doing a lot better job using their hands. I think in the run game. But those guys are really good at pass rushing. I think like I said, those guys in the run game are improving a lot. So that's going to be a tough task for us. But I think it comes down to who gets their heads inside and who wants it more. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but I think it's something that we can handle.
So like when you got pressure from both sides, a lot of teams will have one really good pass rusher that you can focus on, but obviously A&M and Alabama don't.
They have two guys, like you said, Hall and they have Myles Garrett. So it's gonna be a challenge, But I said our offensive line and our tight end unit, we're gonna be prepared for this. Our coaching staff do a great job every week of getting us a good insight on the type of player they are, and we watch film. So we just got to study film a little extra this week and just be ready for them on Saturday.
How did you see Cam respond after he gave up this big sack in the second quarter? Obviously the fumble, and how did you see him respond after that?
It's always tough, to give up a sack. But like Cam's a competitor. He's a great, one of our best players on the team. So he's gonna have to let that go, and I think he did a great job of that. Moving on to the next play, which is the most important play. And Cam will be ready this week. Like I said, he's a competitor and a great player.
What did you guys see from going up against Barnett? He seemed like he had a good game, but what you?
We knew how good he was. Just a guy that he's as advertised. He looks as good on film as he really is when you play him. So he had a great get off. I think he does a great job of using his hands. So it was a tough challenge blocking him, but at the end of the day we got the job done. I think it was a test to see what we're going to see for the next upcoming week, which means we're playing Myles Garrett now. So two guys, two pass rushers back to back that are really good, and I think it's just it's part of the league.
They create turnovers better than anybody almost in the country. What's about them? What do they do so well in that?
I just they just the way they fly to the ball, they don't give up. They're always going to the ball. They force turnovers with the quarterback sometimes. They use some blitzes, and I think their secondary is really good also, so that can help it out a lot. When you have pass rushers like they have, that also can affect the quarterback in the way he gets rid of the ball so fast. So I think that's what it all ties down to in the way they create turnovers.
What kind of guidance have you given Miller, and especially on the run blocking side of things?
It's all about technique. Miller's he's not one of the biggest guys that play tight end. Neither was I. I'm still not, but when you don't have size, you definitely got to rely on technique a lot. And I think he's done a great job of doing that, using his hands and using great footwork.
Does their safeties remind you of anyone in particular?
Not anyone that I could think of that I've played against, but they do have a really good safety in number 14. He's a guy that loves to come down and make the tackle in the box. So we're going to have to do a great job eliminating him out of the run game. He's one of those guys that love to come down and hit. So it's going to have to be a challenge to get rid of him in the run game.
Now that your run game Alabama's run game has sunk up more, especially against Tennessee, how much more blocking are you having to do for the running backs?
I don't think it's more. I think it's the same as I expected. Maybe we may come in the game and run the ball a little more than we probably wanted to, but every game I go into, I'm prepared to block first. I know that we have great running backs, and with your great running attack, that's what allows the passing game to open up. So every game I'm prepared to go in and run block.
Coach, I know it's the other
football, but maybe what's the feeling among players just about the way that Anthony Everett's played, how he's come along this year?
I'm really happy for him in general, but I think he's done a great job of just coming on the scene and playing defensive back for us. You know, it's a tough position to play, and he's done an outstanding job for us. Can't say that enough. You know, he's a guy that he had to go through a little adversity, but he's waited his turn, and now he's making the most of his moment.
Jay, several times this year, Jalen's kind of struggled to get off out of the gate, and then he has a turnover, not always his fault, and kind of responds. What have you seen when he does make a mistake like that, or maybe gets chewed out by Nick? How have you seen him answer the call?
He's always got the same personality and the same emotions no matter what he does. So he's just a calm guy, and that's really good to see from a young guy like him. And I think that's what makes him so great. He just don't let anything get to him. Just stay focused on the game and in the moment. And he just shakes it off and move on to the next play.
So you don't see any change at all in his personality and his approach at all?
Not at all, man. He may say something like, as far as, we need to pick it up a little bit, talk to the offense. But as far as him getting upset and pouting, he never does that.
Couple more.
Going back to your run blocking with Jalen in specific, do you have to keep an eye on him for when he does like to take off now?
Yeah. You have to be ready for, whenever the quarterback may get in some trouble when he's trying to pass the ball. So I'm always ready for the quarterback scramble. So, that's just playing football. You always stand alive and expecting things that may not have happened.
How would you grade his block he put on that one touchdown run?
Great. Jalen's block? No, he just got in the way. But that's you don't want your quarterback blocking. You don't want him to get hurt. But he did a great enough job for Darius to score. So that's an A+ for him.
Last time they played here, it was 59-0. Is that something you still think about? Is it like a once in a lifetime thing? Is it hard to get much better than that? I guess.
Oh yeah. I really didn't think about that. I was on the team that year, but I was really focused on the time we played them last year. But like you said, that was a game where we just came out. Our team was ready to play, and it was one of those days. You can't always go out and put up 59 points on an SEC opponent, but it was just one of those games.
Thanks, OJ.
Thank you.